Welcome aboard the Read Me a Story Dad podcast, where dreams take flight, laughter reigns supreme, and there's magic in every page. Let's dive into today's wonderful tale together, starting right now. Welcome to Read Me a Story Dad, where there's a father's love in every page. My name is Brent, and today we'll be reading Who Grew My Soup by Tony Darbyshire, Publications International 2010. A boy of age 10 named Phineas Quinn was out playing ball when his mom called him in. "It's lunchtime," she said. "Here's something nutritious." This instantly made young Phin Quinn most suspicious. "It's yummy," she said, with a smile brightly beaming, as she gave him a bowl of soup gently steaming. Finn looked down and thought, "Yuck, it's vegetable gunk. This food I prefer are the foods that she calls junk. Fake colors and flavors, delicious and dandy. They're in all my favorite sodas and candy. Chemical additives? Yum! They're the best. The snack foods I crave are preserved and processed. I like stuff that's deep fried and loaded with sugars, but vegetable soup? Yikes! I'd rather eat boogers. This looks too healthy. I bet it tastes icky." So Finn hatched a plan. Oh boy, it was tricky. "I'll eat it," said Finn. "Yes, I'll happily do it, as soon as you're able to tell me who grew it." "Like you always tell me, Phineas Quinn. Don't put that in your mouth. You don't know where it's been. These veggies might come from somewhere weird, far off land, like outer Mongolia or Distant. They might come from places like North Los Mandu or Timbuktu Far and West Hinterland Loo. Who grew these carrots? Who grew these tomatoes? These beans and this barley, this corn, these potatoes? Who sprouted the spinach? Who planted these peas? Who picked the celery? Tell me now, please. I'll not take one sip of this vegetable goop unless you can tell me who grew my soup." While Finn thought to himself, "Oh, so terribly clever," he never have guessed what came next. Never ever. His eyes popped, his jaw dropped. He fumbled his spoon. From the sky came a flying tomato balloon. The pilot in goggles was shouting hello from a rather large cooking pot hanging below. "Hop in, hurry up, climb aboard, tally ho." "Where are we going?" Finn asked, most alarmed. "We're going," the man said, "to where soup is farmed. I'm Mr. Mattoo, Chief Soup Supervisor, and we won't come back until you're super wiser. Our trip won't take long, not at all, no indeed. This balloon can achieve super sonic speed." As soon as he said it, they flew away, zoom, with a whoosh and a whirl and a big sonic boom. Finn summoned his courage. He took a look down and found they were already back on the ground. Finn, meet Farmer Hitchner. Hitchner, meet Finn. Mr. Hitcher's the farmer. Mr. Hitcher's the farmer whose field we are in. These carrots, this field, this farmer all his. Hitchner's a genius soup growing whiz. "What carrots?" asked Finn as he looked all around. Down here," said Hitchner. "They grow underground." "They grow in the dirt?" Young Finn nearly gagged. "Gee, I've only seen them in the stores, washed and bagged." Hitchner took a hold of green carrot top, tugged, turned, and twisted, and pulled it out. Pop! The most beautiful carrot the world's ever known. More perfect than ever any that's ever been grown. "A superstar carrot," Mattoo said. "Can't beat it. So here's an idea. I'll wash it, you eat it." Finn would rather get cooties, but being polite, he knew he had no choice, but he must take a bite. So he tried just a nibble, the smallest of munches, and soon he was making great bunches of crunches. "Hey, this isn't bad. This carrot's incredible. It's sweet. What a treat. Say, this root is quite edible. There's something in carrots, said Mr. Mattoo, that is good for your eyesight, amazing and true. I eat them quite often. My vision is great. I can see at this moment that we're running late. So toodaloo, Hitchner. Come on, Phin, let's go. We've more places to see where more soup veggies grow. It seemed no sooner that they left the ground, they crossed 17 states and were dropping back down in a field of tomatoes all ripe, red, and round. Phin, meet Farmer Perez. His thumbs are quite green. The tomatoes he grows are the best ever seen. This is delicious, nodded young Phin, as red, ripe tomato juice ran down over his chin. Oh, good, super duper, cried Mattoo. Super relative. Come on, what's lots more to do? Farm to farm, field to field, whiz, whiz, whiz through the sky. From onions so fine they can make a man cry, to potatoes to peas in a blink of an eye. They stalked the best celery, they got to know beans, and met growers who known how to grow greener greens. Mattoo gave a cheer at the end of the day. These farmers deserve a hip hip hooray. They're all superheroes. They're all super great. They grow the best soup anyone's ever ate. But it's time to go home now, said Mr. Mattoo. You have your answers. My work here is through. And then, just like that, Finn was back in his chair, and that big bowl of soup, steaming hot, was still there. Guess I'll have to try it, said Phineas Quinn. So he opened his mouth and he spooned some soup in. He swallowed, he sighed, he knew he'd been beaten. This soup was the best thing that he'd ever eaten. Finn said, Ow, hey, how come we've never had this before? His mom, she just laughed. Then she served him some more. So if you are someone who thinks soup is scary, if facing a bowl makes you worried and wary, take some soup in your spoon, put the spoon to your lips, and say these words right out loud between sips. Who grew my soup? That's what I'd like to know. Who grew my soup? That's where I'd like to go. And a souped up balloon might just drop down from the blue with a friendly old fellow named Mr. Mattoo, who will take you aboard and then zoom off with you. It might not, but still, either way, any day you eat soup is a super good day. I hope you enjoyed Who Grew My Soup by Tom Darbyshire. Remember, you are loved, you are extraordinary, and you are more than enough.